Please continue reading from where we left.
After hearing Bhagavad-gītā from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna accepted Krishna as Param Brahma, the Supreme Brahman. Every living being is Brahman, but the Supreme Living...
No, we already covered this one. You need to read from this para.
Yes.
Lord Kṛṣṇa descends.
I'm so sorry. Oh, yes. Okay, I see.
Hmm.
Because we're on day 7 of intro, right?
Yes. So Lord Kṛṣṇa descends.
That's right.
Specifically.
You're right. Lord Kṛṣṇa descends specifically to reestablish the real purpose of life when man forgets that purpose. Even then, out of many, many human beings who awaken, there may be one who actually enters the spirit of understanding his position, and for him, this Bhagavad-gītā is spoken. Actually, we were all swallowed by the tigress of nescience, but the Lord is very merciful upon living entities, especially human beings. To this end, he spoke the Bhagavad-gītā, making his friend Arjuna his student.
Okay, Mataji, before moving ahead, let's discuss about few points. Yesterday, we discussed that when any person, if he has particular desire, but he leave his body without fulfilling that desire, then he has to take another birth so that that particular desire may get fulfilled, right? So in that, it's very much important. Give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry, there was some disturbance. Yes. So we discussed that when any living entity, especially human beings, if they had any particular desire and they leave their body with that desire, that particular desire was unfulfilled. So they get particular species specifically for that desire. Now one may think that, oh, God is so cruel. These species are lowest amongst other species, especially uh, amongst human beings. Other species are lowest. So one may think that, oh, God is so cruel. See, he punishes living beings and gives that particular species. But no, actually, this is a mercy of Lord, because in that particular body, he was not able to fulfill that desire completely. Now suppose we took example of swimming. So in this human form of life, he will not be able to swim very nicely. That's why he has been given the species of fish, where he may swim so much all day, all night. Same way for other species, if he is, if he has strong desire, and these desires are very strong. People think that if they will not fulfill their such desire, they will not be able to survive. So because of their such strong desires, they have been given such uh, they have been given a body of those particular species. So, yes, it's not about cruelty, it's actually mercy. You only
Mm.
think that if any child, if he has a particular desire, and if their parents fulfill his desire, he has that strong desire. So that will be mercy of the parents, isn't it? See, God
Mm.
knows that what is good for us, what is not good for us. But then also, if we are mad after any particular desire, then God will fulfill, because we are His
Mm.
ch- uh, children. And if we think that our happiness is in fulfilling that particular desire, so we have been given such bodies where we may fulfill our those particular desires. So if any person, this human form
It
of life
reminds me of
has
the saying, be careful what you wish for.
what?
Oh, sorry, you froze. Oh, you froze for a moment.
Okay, but was I audible? Am I not audible?
Um, I'm not sure because then I was trying to speak, but you are now, yes.
Yes, there might be network issue.
But I don't know if when I was speaking you were just frozen.
Yes, you were
Mm.
speaking something. Can you repeat it again?
Yes, I was saying it reminds me of the phrase, be careful what you wish for.
Yes, desires are dangerous actually. And yeah, we should be very much careful. So, suppose, see, this human form of life is meant for self realization. We discussed this yesterday. But any person, he's wasting his life in sleeping only, he's sleeping so much. So, he will be given a body of a polar bear or any animal who sleeps so much. If
Mhm.
he is after eating so much, then he will be blessed with a body where he may eat so much. Of course, see,
Mm.
it is said in Krishna consciousness, if we have whatever desires we have, of course, we cannot artificially um, get detached from those desires. But we should try to dovetail those desires towards Krishna. Suppose we love
Mm.
eating, just like I love eating. I love eating good food. Everyone loves to eat good food.
Mm.
But if you offer that food to Krishna, then it becomes transcendental. And by time, gradually, your hankering of eating so much will get reduced.
Mm.
So, whatever desires we have, we should try to dovetail it towards Krishna instead of
Mm.
false detachment. And
Yeah.
basically, detachment means having uh, detachment from those things which we cannot dovetail towards Krishna. That is the real meaning of detachment. So, see, this is our very nature that we will always be attached. So, our medium of attachment should be Krishna and his devotees.
Mm.
This is main point, because it's our natural tendency to become attached, but we should be attached towards Krishna and his devotees.
Mm.
And whatever desires we have, we should dovetail it towards Krishna. Suppose any person loves to paint, so he may paint for Krishna. If
Mm.
someone likes to write, he can write for Krishna. If
Mm.
someone loves music or singing, he can sing for Krishna.
Mm.
Make music for Krishna. So, see, it is said that we have been given certain talents And God has gifted us those particular skills and talents so that we may nicely use those talents in service to Krishna. You will
Mm.
see in devotees also. Devotees have different skills, different talents, and it's nice that they use it very nicely in service to Krishna. That is perfection of
Mm.
life.
Yes.
So, yes.
That's the Swadharma.
Yes, that's the Swadharma. Beautiful.
This was one of the themes in the yoga workshop that really struck me and stuck to me.
Yes. So, okay, practice your Swadharma. Now you know the real meaning of Swadharma.
Yes.
And it's very fun. It's very joyful actually when we do something for Krishna. You will see your heart will expand. Just like I love talking. Earlier, I was introvert when I was not in Krishna consciousness. But later, I just love talking about Krishna. So
Mm.
I try to whomsoever I see, I just start speaking about Krishna. And there are
Beautiful.
several topics you can talk. So
Wonderful.
nice. So you will see not only talking, whatever things you do and you dovetail it towards Krishna, your heart will expand. You will feel joy. You will smile like anything. And you will question yourself, why am I smiling so much? Because you are feeling joy within because your Lord is satisfied.
Mm.
Yes. Another thing I wanted to share, yesterday there was a huge disaster here in my city. Um, what to say? I mean, huge wind was there, so everything was flowing in air. So I was wondering about this. I heard it in a lecture that you will see God has gifted human beings a uh, special facilities. We have been blessed with special facilities. We have a shelter where we can live nicely. Otherwise, you see animals or birds outside, if any, you know, huge rainfall comes or huge wind come, so they suffer, isn't it? But we have been blessed with with a shelter where we can peacefully live safely, securely. We can peacefully consume our food. But you look at the birds. Have you ever seen birds eating their food? They eat something and then they see. I mean, they always have fear in their heart that, oh, what if someone
Mm.
will come and catch me? So they can't
Mm.
even eat their food peacefully. Suppose if you
Mm.
were placed in such a situation where you cannot even have your food peacefully, you have a fear. So you will not be able to relish that food, isn't it?
Mm.
So we have been
True.
given this special facility where we can eat our food peacefully, we can sleep peacefully. Otherwise, you will see on road when a dog sleeps, so anyone can spill water on him, or anyone can hit him with a stick. People do this just for fun, they
Mm.
do this, but it's actually not good. Suppose if we were in that situation, so it was really um, disgusting, isn't it? Frustrated. But we
Mhm.
have been given special facility where we can sleep peacefully, eat peacefully. So
Mm.
yes, we human beings have been given this special facility for a purpose where we can peacefully serve Lord. We may peacefully understand about Him, understand our relationship with Him, and we may work on this relationship to invoke this relationship with Him. So this
Mm.
was a reflection that came, and I was thinking about you, that I'll definitely share this with you next.
Oh,
You
I'm
know, I
glad you
really
did.
look forward. I really look forward for our evening sessions. I mean, it's evening here. I really look forward to
I
any
do too.
living.
I do too. Are you and your family okay after the disaster?
Yes, it's all right.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was telling this to even my family members that there are three types of sufferings. We also discussed about it. We get suffering from our own body, we get suffering from other people, and we get suffering from these natural disasters, which are arrangements of demigods. Prabhupada will also discuss this in introduction. So, and they were like, okay, okay, don't tell us. We're not interested in that topics. But yeah. Okay. So, um, yes, so let's come back to our topic. So, Krishna, he specifically comes in this world to reestablish the real purpose of life. What is the real purpose of life? To love God. And
Mm,
we discussed this. Do you remember that Krishna specifically takes incarnation as human being so that human beings may get attract towards Krishna, because particular
mm,
species becomes attract to particular species.
mm.
So Krishna comes in like a human being. And okay, see, one interesting line is written here. Let's see if you can answer. Lord is merciful upon living entities, especially human beings. Why so? Why especially human beings? Why not other entities?
Because human beings are the ones that can have a relationship with him.
Hmm. Basically, human beings have elevated consciousness and they can only understand their
Mm,
relationship with God and all those things. But you won't believe, when Lord Chaitanya came, so he was singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra in a forest. And in that forest, even the animals started dancing.
mm,
Yes, because see, animals are also living entities, they are also soul.
mm,
And because Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, so he can do anything. So
mm.
he even made dance to animals, and you won't believe, tigers and lions were hugging deer. Yes.
Oh.
And you won't see, if we ponder a little, this is what Prabhupada did. Prabhupada made devotees throughout the world, and people of different countries who are assuming themselves enemies of other countries, after becoming devotees, they do not have any such negative feelings in their heart, because they are able to understand their relationship with God. They are able to understand that who we really are, and we can never be anyone's enemy, isn't
Mm,
it?
mhm,
So there was one video where, two countries who were assuming themselves enemies of each other. So devotees, they were dancing together of those different
mm.
countries. So this is the
Beautiful.
potency of
Yes,
God
beautiful.
consciousness. Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
So yes. So see, one more word which is important here. Tigress of nescience means external energy of Krishna, which is called Maya. So, see, the work of external energy of Krishna called Maya is to bewilder people in material world and create illusion. What kind of illusion? People, they are assuming themselves this body, and they are busy in sense gratification. Although, after hearing that purpose of life is to get out of this get get out of this cycle of birth and death, But then also people, they are in doubt. So this is because of the illusory energy of Krishna.
Mm.
She always creates such illusion that, oh, if you will make more money, then you will be success. You will be successful in life. If you will become famous, then you will be successful in life. So this is the work of the illusory energy of Krishna, external potency of Krishna, Maya, to create such illusion between living entities.
Mm.
But any person who takes shelter of Krishna, he is protected from the external potency. External potency do not disturb devotees because devotees are busy serving Krishna.
Mm.
So yes. Okay. Please read ahead now.
Let's see. Being an associate of Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above all ignorance, but Arjuna was put into ignorance on the battlefield of Kurukṣetra just to question Lord Krishna about the problems of life, so that the Lord could explain them for the benefit of future generations of human beings and chalk out the plan of life. Then man could act accordingly and perfect the mission of human life.
Yes. So you can see Arjuna, all the questions and doubts which Arjuna had, those are actual doubts of we people. Those doubts and questions we have in our lives. What Arjuna asked from Lord Krishna. That's why it is said that any person, if he reads Bhagavad-gītā, he will get all the answers of his doubts, his questions. All his doubts and questions will be clarified if he reads
Hmm.
Bhagavad-gītā.
Beautiful.
Yes. Okay. Ahead.
The subject of the Bhagavad-gītā entails the comprehension of 5 basic truths. First of all, the science of God is explained, and then the constitutional position of the living entities, jīvas. There is Īśvara,
Īśvara.
which means
Īśvara.
Īśvara, which means the controller, and there are jīvas, the living entities which are controlled. If a living entity says that he is not controlled, but that he is free, then he is insane. The living being is controlled in every respect, at least in his conditioned life.
So who
So,
are jivas? Living entities. Living
living
beings are us.
entities. Mhm.
And Īśvara, that means controller, is Krishna.
Mm.
So you will see, let's understand this point. You will see every person is controlled in this world in some or other way. We are controlled by our hunger. We have to eat no matter if we feel hungry, we have to eat. If we feel sleepy, we have to sleep no matter what. Uh, and for other things also, suppose if we want to go to washroom, then we have to go to the washroom. No one can stop. So we are controlled in all possible ways. No one can say that he's free. And if he's thinking that, and if he's saying that, oh, I'm free, then Prabhupada is saying he is insane. We are controlled in all possible ways.
Mm.
So yes, the living being is controlled in every respect. These are some few examples which I said, but if you will wonder, it's my request, when you reread this text, you may pause and you may think that, oh, how we are controlled, and you will see many points will come in your mind. Can you give few points just now if something is coming in your mind? How we are controlled?
Well, we are controlled by fear.
Yes.
Mm. We're controlled by society, the people around us. You know, in society, they say, okay, you should have this role and do this thing. And that might not be Krishna's will.
What?
Like society says, you know, you should do this or you should do that. You should um, take this role or go to this school, or you should build up wealth and things like this.
Yes. So this way we are controlled in many ways.
Hmm.
And this is this is the nature of conditioned life, that we are conditioned to being controlled and all those things. Okay, please read ahead now. So in the Bhagavad-gītā.
So in the Bhagavad-gītā, the subject matter deals with the Īśvara, the supreme controller, and the jīvas, the controlled living entities. Prakṛti, material nature, and time, the duration of existence of the whole universe, or the manifestation of material nature, and karma, activity, are also discussed. The cosmic manifestation is full of different activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad-gītā, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are, what prakṛti is, what the cosmic manifestation is, how it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are.
Yes. So, Mataji, we will be learning about 5 basic truths in Bhagavad Gita, which are mentioned here. Īśvara
Mm,
means God, jīva means us, living entities. Prakriti means material nature, time, and karma, activity. So, yes, we will learn about these 5 topics in detail in this Bhagavad Gita.
mm.
So let's read this last line again. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are. So you will learn God is not a light, God is a person. And who is
Mm,
that person? You will learn in Bhagavad Gita. You already know this, but yes, we will
mhm,
also learn that Krishna will tell this, that how he
mhm.
is God. All the living entities, that what are living entities? So, some
Us.
people, they have this misconception that we are this body only. There is nothing like soul or something like that. We are this body, and at some particular time we will be destroyed. But it's not true. That we will learn in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna will tell this in second chapter. Second chapter is very long and very important chapter. And I quoted from chapter second only on the day, like on the first or second day when we connected on WhatsApp. So
Hmm.
about how we are not this body, how we are different from body.
Yes,
So I
yes.
quoted this from Bhagavad Gita only. In second chapter, we will learn this in detail. That if you are saying that someone has died, then that body is still there in front of your eyes. But that consciousness is not there, because that consciousness has left that body, and that consciousness, that soul, has taken another body. So it's just transformation of body. No one is dying, everyone is
Mm,
eternal. And this
mm,
Krishna will tell in second chapter.
mm.
Yes. So what prakriti is? Prakriti means material nature. Material nature means um, external potency of Krishna. That how people They are controlled by the external potency of Krishna in this world.
Mm.
What the cosmic manifestation is, how it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are. So, okay, it is said that you do your karma and you do not think about your result. But what kind of activities, what kind of karma to do? That Krishna will tell in Bhagavad-gītā.
Mm.
So, yes. Do you wish to move forward? Okay, please.
Mm. Out of these 5 basic subject matters in Bhagavad-gītā, it is established that the Supreme Godhead, or Krishna, or Brahman, or the Supreme Controller, or Paramatma, you may use whatever name you like, is the greatest of all. The living beings are in quality like the Supreme Controller. For instance, the Lord has control over the universal affairs of material nature, as will be explained in the later chapters of Bhagavad-gītā. Material nature is not independent. She is acting under the directions of the Supreme Lord. As Lord Krishna says,
Maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. So you can read ahead. It's okay.
okay, thank you. This material nature is working under my direction. When we see wonderful things happening in the cosmic nature, we should know that behind this cosmic manifestation there is a controller. Nothing should be manifested without being controlled. Nothing could be manifested without being controlled.
Okay, let's
It is
understand this with an example. Once a person, he was talking with my master. My master shared this story, this incident. So he was thinking, that person, that everything, this universe has came into existence by a blast. Have you heard of such theories? People
yes.
say many different theories. So yes, he was also believing in this story, in this philosophy. So my master said, "Oh, he was a teacher, not teacher. Actually, he had his own school, a very big building in Indonesia." So my master said, "Oh wow, this building is very nice. You made this building. You made this building. Does this belong to you?" So he said, "Yes, yes, it's my building. It belongs to me." So my master said, "Does your building came into an existence through a blast?" And he was surprised that, wow, yes, my building has not came into an existence through a blast. There was a creator, a manpower who created it.
Mhm.
So same way, we also discussed on this topic that after every design, there is a designer. After every creation, there is a creator. So same way, this whole universe is a creation.
Mm.
And the wonderful creator is God. So this we will learn in Bhagavad-gītā. So Prabhupada is giving introduction about Bhagavad-gītā.
Yeah,
Yes.
many things coming up. Like, I'm very excited.
Yes. And we will learn everything in detail.
Mm.
Bhagavad-gītā, Prabhupada says that Bhagavad-gītā is so tight that only a rascal can interpret on the topics of Bhagavad-gītā. Yes, because Bhagavad-gītā is so tight, it's so, I mean, Krishna has said everything straightforwardly. He's not mixing thing or he's not beating about the bush. He's saying everything straightforwardly. But then also
Mhm.
speculators, they speculate. So,
Mm.
yes, like that.
Mm.
Okay, what more thing we heard? Yes. So see, there were few terms here: Supreme Godhead, or Krishna, or Brahman, or the Supreme Controller, Paramatma. This is all, these are all one. It's Krishna
Mm.
only, but different people knows it with different names. But then also, only devotees understand that that person, that supreme controller, that Paramatma, that Brahman is Krishna.
Mm.
Otherwise, you will see there are many people who are impersonalist or who are Paramatma Vadis, but they are also meditating on someone, but they are not specific about on whom they are meditating or to whom they are worshipping. They only say that, oh, we are worshipping that Param Purush Paramatma, but they do not know that who is that person, who is that personality. They're always
Mm.
confused about this.
Mhm.
So only devotees know that who is that Paramatma, who is that Supreme Controller or Brahman. Krishna is that personality.
Mm.
So, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we know this absolute truth.
Mm.
Devotees come to know this. I mean, any person come to know this on the very first day that, oh, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So,
Mm.
from Srila Prabhupada, from by his mercy, we know this. Otherwise, people are so much confused about this topic.
Mm. Yeah.
And you will see no transformation in their life or very less transformation.
Mm.
I met so many such people. And in fact, there were some impersonalists. I'm remembering a boy. I met him from the workshop of Sattvic movement only. So he was a follower of an impersonalist. So because we were good friends, so he was also following whatever I was saying him. That, oh, you chant
Mm.
Hare Krishna. And he also read Prabhupada's book. But because he was also hearing to his master, so he was confused. And later he
Mm.
said that, I don't want to row on two boats. I will only
Yeah.
follow my master. He himself was experiencing visible transformations in his life when he was following Krishna consciousness. But then also because his inclination was to this impersonalist, so he was not
Mm.
able to, you know, stay here with me for a long time, and he just
Oh
left.
no.
But still, we still talk. He still greet me with Hare Krishna, but
Mm.
he's not chanting now.
Do you mind
So
sharing what transformations happened, while he was following Krishna? And then, why do you think he left? It was just the
he
influence?
used to share his realizations with me that, oh, these days I'm feeling very happy. My desires are manifesting. I mean, whatever desires, good sattvic desires. And
Yes.
discipline came in his life because he was waking up early in the morning, he was chanting, and he was practicing other spiritual things. So he himself was sharing his realizations with me. That's why
Mm.
I know it. And yes, so very important lesson here, what we can take, that when any person, if in his past he heard any different philosophy, and then it becomes difficult for him to accept the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, which is the real.
Mm.
That's why I recommended you as well that you do not read other books because you will
Mm.
get confused. And I tell everyone, like to whomsoever, when they start following Krishna consciousness, so I recommend this to everyone that if you are a book reader, then why don't you read Srila Prabhupada books? There are many. Why don't you read those
Mm.
books?
Mhm.
And the only intention behind this If they will read other books, then they will get confused that, oh, what is right and what is wrong. So this is a big problem. And I
Mm.
met many people because they heard some other philosophies in their past. So they became confused. They were not able to follow the process nicely. You won't
Mm.
believe there was one person who was chanting Hare Krishna to become Krishna.
To become. Wow.
He wanted to become God because he heard such theory in his past, that, we can become God, we can be great. So what to say of to such people?
Yes, just some of the lifestyle of following this, it is very strict. It's very rewarding, but just to do things like waking up early, sticking to the routine, it requires so much discipline. And it's difficult because we are not God, we're only human. So I think instead of trying to be God, you should try to follow a strict lifestyle and see how you do.
Yes.
You'll feel like, okay, I'm not God. This is hard.
I didn't try to preach him further that, okay, this is not possible, your case is completely different. By
Mhm. Mhm.
so
Yeah, wow.
this world is filled with so many strange people.
Mhm.
When you start preaching, you will meet all of them, and then you will get to know that how fortunate you are, that you are on this path and you are convinced that, yes, I'm on right path and I am not bewildered like those people. Krishna is giving me such intelligence to understand him, to understand this wisdom.
Mm,
So it's very amazing.
yes.
So yes. Okay. So I think we should continue the, I mean, further part in our next session, because there were many points today as well. Um,
Did we at least finish our paragraph? We stopped in the middle of the
it
paragraph.
would be, it's a very big paragraph, and I
Oh,
will have many things to speak on it.
okay.
And see, one more thing I wish to discuss here. It's mentioned material nature is not independent. So material nature is external potency of Krishna. And of course, external potency of Krishna is dependent on Krishna. Just
Mm,
like uh, rays of sun is dependent on sun.
mm,
So far we learned there are two types of potencies of Krishna. One is
mm,
eternal potency and second is external potency.
mm,
So internal potency is Radharani, internal potency, and external potency is Maya Devi.
mm,
Okay.
okay,
So
got it.
internal potency of Krishna make us enthusiastic to serve Krishna more nicely. This is the
Mm,
work of eternal potency of Krishna.
mm,
She, she fills our heart with so much of enthusiasm so that we may serve Krishna nicely.
mm,
So, how to please internal potency of Krishna? Simply by putting our efforts
mm,
to do nicely. And you
mm,
will see all blessings, all potencies will come, all the strength will come to follow things nicely.
mm,
And what is the work of the external potency of Krishna? To bewilder us and basically to take away from Krishna. And you know
mm,
why external potency do this? Because this was our only desire. And that's why we are here in this world from eternal time.
mm,
So please understand this thing. Our constitutional position is we are servants of Krishna. And we are not this body, we are soul. But
mm,
when we can assume ourselves as body, when we will forget our constitutional position, isn't it? So
Mm.
for you, suppose you are a doctor. Suppose you're a doctor. And now, to assume, if you wish to assume yourself as a teacher, then you will have to forget that you are a doctor. I'm giving just an example because I'm not getting a nice example. Basically, if anyone wish to assume something which he is not, so for that he has to forget his real position. Then
Mm.
only he can assume himself what he is not.
Mm.
Was I able to understand this point?
Yeah, it's like an illusion.
Yes.
You have to take on a delusion.
And this is the work of illusory energy of Krishna, external
Yeah.
potency of Krishna, to create this
Mm.
illusion that you are, oh, you are not soul, you are this body. See, when you are eating, you are getting satisfied. And she give different temptations to us so that we may keep identify ourselves with this body and we do not serve God. So we will
Mm.
learn everything, all of these topics in detail
Mhm.
further in Bhagavad-gītā. So,
Mm.
this introduction is very big yet, but it's okay because Bhagavad-gītā is long. So
Yes.
it's important that we learn everything in introduction that what we are going to learn further in Bhagavad-gītā.
But every sentence is powerful.
Yes. This is what has made me convinced to follow Krishna consciousness. Especially, I was experiencing visible transformations in my life. That's why I was convinced that yes, I'm on the right path. All right. Do you
Beautiful.
wish to share something, Mataji?
Oh, there was something, and then I think I forgot what it was. Um, but if I remember, I'll message you on Telegram if that's okay.
What?
I thought I wanted to say something, but I forgot
Okay. Yes,
it.
you can definitely tell me on Telegram later whenever
Thank you.
you remember. Okay. Thank you
Wonderful.
so much for joining. We'll end here
Thank
now.
you, Mataji. Appreciate it very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.